It's a condition that affects 1 in 3 people who've suffered a trauma, and in a challenge unlike anything they've done before, Nik and Eva Speakman join us now.
Hi.
This is very different for you.
Yes.
And in the past, you know, you've cured phobias of ice and peas and being outside and being inside. There's something about this that really does strike a very serious chord: post-traumatic stress disorder.
Well, I'm glad you said it that slowly, because it is stress from seeing a trauma, and that's seeing something that, in an ideal world, we should never see.
Yeah, it's an absolute normal reaction, in essence, to very abnormal circumstances.
So what do we know about what it does to us? Why it affects some people and why it doesn't affect others?
Well, it's still not a definitive on it, because it affects, as you said before, 1 in 3 people that see a trauma it affects, but 2 out of 3 it doesn't. So why is that? And we don't actually know.
And obviously you normally deal with phobias, so what's the difference? How do you treat this in a different way? Do you treat people with phobias?
You do have to treat this in a different way. Firstly, in a very sympathetic manner. Obviously, a phobia is an unreal situation in that somebody has a fear of something that they needn't fear, so they've created a belief that's actually incorrect. Whereas with post-traumatic stress disorder, it is a very normal reaction. You do get flashbacks, nightmares, insomnia. You know, there's so much that comes with it, because in essence you're revisiting the memory, trying to fix it, and then there's guilt associated with it.
And that's one of the biggest components, the guilt. Could I have done something? What if I would have done something different? This might, you know, I could have saved that person, or I could have made a big difference, and guilt is a major part
Well,
of
I
something
have to ask the question in that case. What about the stories we hear of our brave servicemen and women who come back from the battlefront utterly traumatised, sometimes for the rest of their lives? Are you saying that there is a way to make their lives easier?
Well, you know, when we've worked with soldiers, what we've had to do, because there's a difference between just a one-off trauma and someone on a battlefield, because on a battlefield they see prolonged traumas, and there's several different traumas. So when we've worked with soldiers, we've had to unpack everything, saying, well, you know, what are all these things, and you know, and get them all down, and then work with them individually. But it's our belief that there's always a way. There's always a way.